This video, we're talking about the 5 best playbooks in Madden 25, but first, there's a massive bug that you guys need to know when it comes to equipping playbooks. Some people get this, some people don't, but sometimes you will have to select a playbook in this game option in your game settings. So sometimes if you want to use Cincinnati's, you might have to select Cincinnati right here, or else it won't give you Cincinnati's. I don't know why it's different for different people and it's different for like different game modes, but if you're having issues selecting a playbook, that is why. Now let's get into it. Now, first of all, I want to talk about is the Indianapolis Colts playbook. Now, this is going to have one of the best formations in the game in the gun bunch offset. Where is that bad boy? There it is. But it also has some other cool stuff that I think is getting underrated in this playbook due to having gun bunch offset. One of which is split close. This is like one of the like OG meta, just like cheese formations. And it has a good play right here in halfback wheel. Like this, you got to think about it. Let's go into this play really fast. This has a stock wheel that goes very far horizontal, unlike a normal hot rodded wheel, if you could even hot rod your wheels. And then we have a deep post right here, which you could stem. And then we also have a stock corner route on this play, which isn't as cool anymore, but it is nice. You can stem this down and just snap the ball, have a potential bomb play here, and be pretty good at beating the blitz. This right here, like, it's a very, very good play that people just don't really seem to use anymore. And I'm kind of surprised by that. Like, it used to be a big dog type play. Another one here is halfback choice. This has a return route, which is one of the most used routes in Gun Bunch. So a route combo like this right here, feel free to screenshot it. Let's see if we can get it. Let's get rid of that halfback. Like, this is going to do a really good job. This is a really good route combo right here. And you could even have your halfback on like a route like this if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. This split close is genuinely a really good formation to start running and like base some stuff out of. Now, it has some other cool things, obviously, and you guys can kind of see that, right? Deuce close, north, tight Y off, whatever. Trips tight end offset is always really decent. But, I mean, we got the bunch offset. What sets this above other bunches, truthfully, is this play right here, double post. This is the only playbook in the game that has double post. If you want an easy setup for it, streak the point wide receiver, make it look like this, snap the ball, hut. First read is a tight end. Then you could check that halfback and post route. Like, incredibly good. And the run game's decent out of the bunch as well. The run game's okay out of split close. Under center, I don't really rock anything in the pistol, by the way. Some people I've seen run like this pistol east, whatever. Under center, though, it's really, to me, about the single back wing stack, which has halfback stretch, halfback dive. Wing tight does have a stretch and a dive. It does have a dive, right? No, yeah, it does. Okay. Has a dive, which is all, like, both decent things. But, dude, like, if you're a bunch guy, you want bunch offset, then you have bunch strong nasty right here with an auto motion wheel play, with an auto return, has an angle route from the halfback, like, has really good stuff. The bunch wide isn't something I run too much out of this, but it is decent, I think, and we're going to talk about that in another playbook. But yeah, dude, like, Colts, you want a high-level passing playbook, Colts. So next up, we have the Washington Commanders playbook, and at first, this was just a cool one because it had, like, the go-go slot open, which is solid. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. You know, a couple split slot things, heavy, cool, but nothing too crazy. But I've slowly realized that this is actually like a just genuinely good playbook. First one I want to mention is the U off trips in here. This is very similar to, if you know what a slot offset looks like. The only difference here is if we look at my left tight end, in a slot, he would be on the line of scrimmage. Here, he's off. And honestly, I don't care about that at all. That lets me do a little bit different thing with the motion right there. And the plays here are pretty good. Like, this is a very good stock play. We have a unique corner route on the left, 2 deep post routes, tight end, little short cross. I probably wouldn't use that, but it's definitely like, hey, it's better than nothing. And then we also have the play RPO read flat, which if you're familiar with that from like gun deuce close, that's really solid. Along with the play post wheel shallow, which is one of my favorite plays in a slot like ever, where all we got to do for this setup, there's a few different things, but if we did like this right here even, this is going to do a really good job. Let's stem him down. Here we go. And the run game from this is also going to be pretty solid as well, as you could probably imagine. Let's go. Can we pass through this all the way down? Click on ag. Damn. Let me get on a hash mark for this. One big tip on offense is that you guys pretty much always want to try basing something off of being on a hash mark, or else it's just tougher. It really is. Right here, hash mark. It will throw that bad boy. Boom. Good. Like, I like that play. The backside post is really lethal as well. Like I said, the run game's solid. There's an RPO bubble out of this. Now, if we keep on scrolling over, we have doubles Y off. It's cool. Not really something I'd really recommend running. But then we get the bunch strong offset. It's going to have one of the best bunch strong offsets. You can see right here, got Y trail, going to have Seattle and corner strike. So it's all things that you really want. Just no RPO, which is a little upsetting. bunch open offset. Does this have the RPO? Has the RPO read bubble? And this, if you guys aren't familiar with why RPO read bubbles really good, check out this read key on the right. No matter what, he's going to play the run. So if the read key always plays the run, and he's one of the guys who's supposed to be in coverage, you're probably going to have that bubble open. It's a very good strategy. Like, seriously, when people talk about the RPO glitch, that is that. Gun tight is going to be good here, too. Nothing crazy, but just the alignment of gun tight lets you do some cool stuff. And then I actually think the spread out of this is solid, right? Actually, I've talked about this in some videos where we have mesh post, mesh. We have whips halfback rail, which has a wheel route and a zig route. I build route combos around those two things. The little snags I don't love that's on this play. And then also the play, where is it? Levels Y sail is one of the better quick snap plays we can have in this game, right? We just look at this, go hut hut, and we can kind of just make a read right here. We're gonna make the read to the right. Pretty, like, that's really easy. That's not a gun spread. I'm going a little bit faster, just gonna want to get through all the playbooks and whatnot, be, you know, somewhat not have to like sit on a single playbook forever. So feel free to rewind. Under center, nothing too crazy. In here, they do have a really good RPO from the single back bunch tight end. That's this RPO bubble. And I have found this has been good like year after year. And Madden 25 is another year where this, if you're looking for short yardage play, dude, go to this. You can hit it off or throw this bubble. You know, nice one-on-one. Make somebody miss with the spin move. You have a good spinner right there. Could truck somebody if you wanted to. Just a nice little play. And we could hand this off. Let's see if we get good yardage. Right here we do. Juke move, able to gain 5. It's a good short yardage style play. The Commander's playbook, off meta, definitely. Like, I was definitely not, like, say this is meta like the Colts is. But it is solid. Like, it definitely is solid. Also, does this have... Oh, it doesn't have the empty quads plays I thought it did. Well, never mind. Still, very, very solid. No idea how this one went under the radar when I first looked at playbooks, but the Falcons playbook, dude. It has gun tight open, which is cool. But just look at... Like, this is crazy what this has right here. We could be in bunch, right? Let's say we want to go bunch, and we want to call Y curl. One of the, you know, better plays. We can just look in the ISO side. Boom, quick throw him. Cool. Make that little read to the halfback. Or the wide receiver seam is really good out of the gun bunch Y curl. Go bang. See, we could throw him here. We'll go drag. Why not? Cool. But the thing is that this has bunch offset right next to it. Which is basically all the differences. The halfback goes behind you slightly, and now you can block your tight end, which is cool. I don't know how this went. Like, I did not notice this. This guy have all of the plays that they have inside of the Colts playbook a bunch, except for double post. So keep that in mind. Bunch wide nasty is cool. So you can get a bunch wide look here on the right side. But then on the left, we get a little bit of a split in look. So we can do something like this right here, which is actually like a good route combo. Like, this stock play is like pretty good. Like, it's like genuinely really good. I think it's one of the better stock plays that's in this game. Truthfully. Let's go back to, I had Y open very early right there. But yeah, so like that's a couple of cool things. But there's one formation I actually totally skipped right over that like it's not only in Falcons, but I think it's best out of Falcons, which is the tight flex. You've played Madden for a few years. You've probably seen this be meta, at least somewhat meta for a second here and there. Couple of good plays, cross, slot curl, and then also PA post shot. I love this against man coverage every single year. Let's see if we can get a man coverage look. Let's just snap this ball and see what we can do against man. We'll go B right here. And wow, we dropped the ball. Beautiful. Love dropping the ball. If you catch it, it's a good play. If you drop it, not a good play. That is not man coverage, but nonetheless, we're still able to do it. Just stock PA post shot is just a solid play. Slot curl stock is a solid play. This has a lot of plays where it's just like you can just snap the ball and it's good. The run game out of this, though, overall, the run game out of the Falcons playbook is not great. Full house close is cool, but like not good by any means. And then we have the I-form slot stack, which does have a stretch in the ISO. Close has a stretch, and then also is going to have an ISO as well. So it's like you have a few things. It's just like nothing like to write home to the cows about. I will say, single back wing pair, the defense will usually adjust to the strong side. So if you go flip it with the right stick to the left, bang. You're able to get, like, you can get alignment issues, basically. And a lot of people are not expecting to run that way. And again, I know I'm kind of going fast. I just don't want to stick here and, like, bore people with one singular playbook for too long. And I'm trying to think of anything else I really like out of this. Not really. Like, there's not much beating around the bush with this playbook, I feel like. It's like tight flex, bunch offset. Then some of these, like, I-form and under center formations if you need to really run the ball. The shotgun runs are really what's kind of lacking in this, which does suck. The RPOs aren't great. But, like, you can make do without them. Next up, you probably saw this coming. Green Bay Packers. This one's it's very easy why this is good. Some of the under center solid, wing flex or wing close has wide zone, has a dive. I like the wing flex close because it's gonna have a jet sweep, which is actually, if you don't know about this, let me just show you really fast. Jet sweep, then hold right trigger and push the left stick up and spin. Wow, we didn't get the opportunity to right there. Nice. This could be a really good goal line play though. I don't mind getting blown up sometimes. Boom. Like, this is a really solid goal line play, just because it's very hard for them to consistently shoot the middle, and then you're just able to spin up and able to get, like, that yard or two you need. Short yardage, that's a beautiful play. Out of the wing flex close. And it's available in a bunch of different playbooks, like that jet sweep is. It's not just in that playbook, by the way, or just even in that formation. Now, what makes this really, really good, let's get into the shotgun, the meat and the cheese of this bad boy. We have, first off, tight Y off. Always a solid formation and a couple of cool auto motion plays with the cheat spot Y quick and the RPO zone cheat alert bubble. They're decent, right? But we're going to get into it. Trips tight end. This is our first trips tight end playbook we're talking about, and here we go. We have pretty much all the things we would consistently need out of trips tight end right here in this playbook, where we're going to have things like double in sail, PA shot wheel, which I don't call a ton of. What I call a lot of is, where is she? Y post. Love calling Y post. This style of play I've called for a very long time, and it's good every single year. I also love calling curl flat. You see, I have 89 calls of it for an average of 15. Pretty good, I feel like, for that. Verticals is good. I feel like verticals, man, other people have way more success calling verticals than I do. I'll be so real with you. You just do different things with the halfback, though, if you wanted to, and you can get some pretty good yardage doing that. There's also a good RPO out of this, which is the RPO zone alert bubble. Or alert bubble, I'm sorry. So that's just a very easy thing. If we move on, the bunch wide out of this is pretty cool because we're going to have the play called branch return and then also corner divide. Two really good plays with stock return routes on the outside that we can build good route combos from, just like we did from split close earlier. Always remember, route combos can be transferable, at least to some extent. So I like that quite a bit, right? And also verticals and wide trail, which is cool. Now, we have bunch strong offset, bunch strong nasty, and then bunch tight end, and then also tight open. You can pretty much see very quickly here that this has a lot of really good things that are going to help you win a lot of games just because of, like, bunch strong offset, bunch strong nasty, bunch tight end, trips tight end. These are the best formations in the game, and the bunch tight end has triple out and boot over. Like, it has the things you want, you know what I'm saying? The tight open's cool. It's not really something I use too much, but I do think tight open is a cool formation, very similar to gun tight, I'd say. Nothing too crazy here. Trey Y flex. I'd never call Trey Y flex, though, just because we have a full trips tight end. But yeah, dude, like, this bunch strong nasty even has an RPO read bubble. So, like, you do something like this. Oh, let's keep it. Bang, able to get some yards. Maybe we get tackled. Please don't fumble. We fumbled. Don't get tackled on those, by the way. You will potentially fumble. But let's go back to it again. Let's throw the bubble this time. This bubble's not doing very well right now for us, but I do promise it is good. But, I mean, you can see how easy it is. Boom, you can just audible into this now. And then, oh, let's say you want to audible into bunch tight end. PA boot over. Put this guy on a post. Step him down. PA boot over. Oh, what's that? You want to actually go into trips tight end? Go into trips tight end. Cool. Easy as that. Like, that's why this is so freaking good. I am bagged. I'm gonna force it, though. That's a laser. We're not bagged. That's a pew. Yeah, Packers playbook, dude, has, like, a little bit of everything. I think it can be a little overwhelming at first, though. I've had to, if you watch my videos, I've had to actually, like, relax and really stick in trips tight end and just try to learn trips tight end better, because I think you're way more powerful mastering a couple formations and, like, even one at a time than you are learning one play from each. Just because, I don't know. I like the strategy I've been doing recently. Coming in at number 5 is the Seattle Seahawks playbook, and this is going to have just some pretty unique things. First and foremost, from the split twins offset, we're going to see the RPO motion read bubble. So if you've seen this before, maybe you've watched MMG run RPO peak zone bubble. This is like a better version of it because we have an actual read option built into this, and then we can run a swing screen off of it. Like, it's actually pretty good. Like, no troll. You could build an entire mini scheme just from this, and, like, you'd be totally fine to do that. Handoff right here, bang, skirt. Like, you'd seriously be totally fine building a mini scheme off this because it has some other motion plays, like motion X spot, for example. Try calling this. everything looks the exact same until it isn't. And then maybe hit that post over the middle. Maybe we hit the corner route, something like that. You kind of see the idea of what I'm getting at here. Now, let's go into something like, oh, I don't know, trips tight end. This is going to have a very similar trips tight end to what we had earlier out of Packers, right? A lot of the same plays. Missing curl flat, though. But it has some of these auto motion plays, which is pretty unique. Like, it's a little bit different. One weird play that's in this is this right here, where this halfback goes on, like, a crazy play action wheel. I'll be real with you. I have not really, well, there we go. I have not really ran that at all, but it is like, I could see it being good. Like, I've seen wheel routes obviously be good. And here we go again. We actually get it back-to-back plays. It might be a really good play. I don't 100% know. It might be something you might want to throw into the repertoire, though. And then also, though, off this, like, let's do it again really fast. Beat the man. Yep, high ball. Oh, we dropped it. Still a dot, though. But also, there's an RPO, like, screen off that same motion. If you look right here, RPO alert motion screen, where you can throw that guy going behind you. So if you did this, we could throw the outside guy, too. But then you could do that. Have someone who could spin right here. I don't know. Just throwing ideas out there. Throwing ideas out there for you. The next thing that this trips tight end does have, though, as well, is that we're going to have a quarterback zone. Now, this is really cool. I like this for, like, short yardage, but we can go here. And just think about it from a pure numbers standpoint, where if you hand the ball off, you have 9 blockers. On a QB zone, you have 10 blockers because a running back is also going to block. So you do something like that, and you're able to actually get yards. Now, Geno Smith probably isn't the guy to do this with. I would do this with someone who's, like, a real, like, I don't know, like in Mutt right now, J.J. McCarthy, Michael Vick, maybe Lamar Jackson and regs, Josh Allen and regs. You are a little bit of a risk to fumble on this as well, so you could just rock conservative. You could still spin on conservative. Keep that in mind. But yeah, like this QB zone is a very, very cool play, especially against a double A-gap meta, which we see is very, very popular right now. Now, from that, we're going to work into the bunch tight end, and we're going to see a few new plays to bunch tight end that we don't have in normal bunch tight end. The first of which is going to be the play whips. And what's cool about whips is that it has 2 stock zig routes just on the play. Now, I usually wouldn't keep both of these on the play at any given time, but having one of them is pretty cool because a route combo like this could cook man coverage pretty hard. You can also do some other things. You don't have to do it just like that. Let's go here. Oh, wow, we had Y wide open. Match is so broken, dude. Matches. Now. But yeah, like, that's really, really cool in my opinion. Now, you might be seeing, if you played college football, this is very similar to the Bama playbook. And that's because the head coach of Seattle is the former offensive coordinator for Alabama's head coach in Washington University of Washington. So that is why it's very, very similar to the Bama playbook. This does have bunch Y flex as well. It's not going to have the normal gun bunch. But we have like smash return, have verticals, have flood. So there's a few plays that we have similar. And the play motion inside post. Look at what this post route is right here. Let's go. Boom. This post route is very similar to what we can do from double post. Like, it's actually like shockingly similar, I'd say. So I don't know, just throwing that out there because you can do some pretty cool things with that. I feel like even a route combo like this right here, like this becomes kind of nasty. I feel like against man, we got A. Oh, he sent the dogs at us. We couldn't get it off. But yeah, like I think the bunch Y flex is pretty cool right here. There's a bunch of read options throughout this as well. Let's see, like the trio halfback weak is gonna have this is wide zone, which is nice. Does it have a? Yeah, it has an RPO alert bubble right there. Gun tackle over. This is probably one of the most like off meta style for playbooks you could have, just with the amount of like different random stuff it has. That's also like, in my opinion, very, very high level and still very, very like viable to win a lot of games with. The one thing I didn't mention from the bunch tight end that it also has, right, has PA verticals, but this off tackle is arguably the best run play in this game. Yeah, it's just really, really good and kills all of the like A-gap type stuff that's going on right now. You just call this bad boy and run, and it just freaking cooks. Like, it's very good. You could build a scheme around this. Like, in my opinion, you could build a scheme around this like very, very easily. Just because of how good this off tackle really can be. Like, especially against, again, like double mug, all that good stuff. Has all the normal bunch tight end plays. I'd really try sticking in trips tight end, bunch tight end, and then also split twins inside this. I don't know if I love any of the under center stuff. We have the ISO. We have a stretch. Okay, not bad. Do we have stretch from this? We have stretch from that. Okay. PA motion flood. Some motion plays from this. Nothing too crazy, I feel like. We have a halfback stretch. I mean, this is the same wing stack style stuff we were talking about earlier. And then bunch X nasty. So actually, the under center from here is not the worst. But really, it's like those 3 shotgun formations I mentioned. If you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful at all, consider hitting the subscribe button. We also do have a bunch of schemes over on civil.gg where you can use and you can join over 1,000 active members, start winning more games. I think 96% of our members say they win more games or have won more games after joining. With that being said, see y'all in the next one.